Hello, fellow traders. Once again, this is your boy iSongFX. You are welcome to today's edition. And today, I know that most people have been longing for this video, since I promised in my last video that I will release a strategy on how to trade boom and crash for long, whether selling or buying either of the direction and either of the commodity. And the strategy I'm releasing today, the good news is that it doesn't work only with boom and crash, but it works for all of the commodities. And I'm sure after this video, your trading style, your trading profit will also change to not remain the same. And I'm sure you will be glad after watching this video, after going through and after using this strategy. I'm sure your life will never remain the same and you'll be happy you've come across this channel. Now, these signals are the signals that I've released in my Telegram group today. I just created a Telegram group though. I think I created it 3 days ago. So I will release the link as well after this video in case you want to join the Telegram group as well. So you can meet me on Telegram. I will give you the link after this video. I've given them these 3 signals today and all as it our TP. Not only 3, I gave them about 6 or 7. Some are still running. Though this is my demo account though. You can see my running trades. I gave most of these signals. I gave them in group. Some of them were already in red, coming back to blues. So this strategy really works very well. You can see that in our trading history. I'll show you my Telegram page as well and see how we've been using the strategy. I give signals in that group. Then I will now teach you how the strategy works. Now there are 2 things you need. There's something we call Traders Dynamic Index, that's TDI. I'm not the innovator of TDI though. TDI has been before I even know about trading. So I just added it to my trading arsenal to get a better result. So TDI has been for a very long time. Now, how do you get this done? Now I will show you how to get this done, after which I will show you my Telegram, what the signals I've released and what are the profits we've made there so far. So let's go to the indicators and how it works. Somebody has in the last chart that what's my the factors for. I only add factors to my chart. I don't really use it, though they give me direction of what do I call it, support and resistance, but then I just like it in my chart, so it's not a big deal. I don't really use it much in my analysis. I only like it in my chart. Now you can also add 200 moving average to your chart. Exponential moving average. This is simple. Change it to exponential moving average. It also acts as support and resistance for me, but I don't use it much as well. These 2 indicators, the one you are seeing, the TDI, which was not invented by me, and my personal developed indicator, which is the first window that you are seeing. So I'm going to give you the settings first before we go to how it works. Your window 1 or relative strength index. You don't need the first one. I use the first one for something else as well. Let's go to MACD. Your MACD, you have your settings this way: fast EMA 7, slow EMA 9, MACD SMA 5. Apply to close. Then main, you leave it in your background color 1 pixel. Then signal 4 pixel and any color of your choice. You can use any pixel of your choice as well. So please look at the numbers that you are seeing here very well. Then you click done. After that, on that same window, you had stochastic oscillator. Stochastic oscillator, you have K period, you have 9, D period, you have 3, and slowing, you have 3 as well. Price field, low or high. Method, simple. And your main should be in any color of your choice, and your signal and any pixel of your choice. I only chose these colors because I like the colors. Then your levels, 15, 85, and 50. Okay, the previous RSI you can add. Okay, look at the RSI here. You have period 14. Apply to close. Pixel of your choice, color of your choice. Then leave these levels the way they are: level 85, level 15, level 50, level 75, and level 25. the pixel of your choice, the color of your choice. So the only thing you just need to see is how it works. Now that's the first window that you are seeing here. I will tell you how they works later. Then how they work later. We go to the second window you are seeing here is what we call TDI, Traders Dynamic Index. I don't know, you might have seen it before, you might not have seen it. If you have not seen it, you are seeing it now. We call it TDI. TDI. Many traders also use this TDI. I use it for confirmation as well. Now, let's go to how to set up the TDI. You have the RSI. That's another window now. Period 13. You apply it to close. Then the style. Any color of your choice. The background color. Then the pixel, 1 pixel, so that it will not be too thick. That it will be observable in your chart. 1 pixel, then your background color. Then you have the levels. You have 3 levels. You have level 68, level 32, and level 50 in your first RSI. That's in the second window now for your TDI, Traders Dynamic Index, if you wish. Though I use it only for confirmation. The first window, that's this window alone. This is my self-developed window. This is my self-developed window. This window here, the first window here. So, but I use TDI as well for confirmation. Not every time though, but it's good if you use it for confirmation every time. And that's why I'm giving you with TDI. I wouldn't have given it because I'm not the one that invented TDI, but I see it's very useful. And you also need it. That's why I added to it. Now, what I was saying. Now we are on TDI. The first one is RSI. You've seen the settings. The next one, you have a moving average. You have moving average period 2, shift 0. Please note it very well. Method simple. You apply it to the previous indicators data. Then style your pixel of your choice. Then please choose my color in this one. Choose color green in this one so that you can understand when I'm explaining. Choose color green in this one. You can see the parameters. Please follow the parameter as it is here. Follow it the same way. You can only change the pixel if you wish, but please use the color I use, the period I use, the shift method, and whatsoever I'm applying it to. And mind you, your RSI must be the first one. Don't bring any other one first. RSI first, then moving average period 2 second. Then we now go to moving average period 7, shift 0, then method simple, apply to previous indicators data, then style 2, color red. You can leave any style of your choice, but please let the color be red color. So that's the next thing. So you also apply to the previous indicators data. Now the next one is Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band, you leave it at like this, period 34, deviation 1.618, shift 1. Then you apply it as well to the first. The previous ones were applied to the previous indicators data, but this one you apply to the first indicator data. Then style, you have blue. Let this one be blue as well, please. You can make it blue or any color of your choice. You can make this one any color of your choice. Make it any color of your choice. Then you click on done. Now in this TDI, this TDI is not yet completed because there's one more thing that is added to it to make it complete. But I see no use for that. That's moving average 34. That's why I did not add it to my home, because the moving average 34 and the middle line, Bollinger Band has three lines. The upper line, the upper bound, the middle line, and the lower bound. So the middle line and the moving average 34 works the same way. They work the same way. So it's the same way that they all work. And that's why I did not add it to it. You can see this period is also in 34. It's period 34. So this 34 moving average will only be covering the middle line, since the middle line of Bollinger Band and period 34 are function the same way. That's why I did not add it, so that if you have known about TDI before, you'll not be thinking that this guy doesn't really know what he's saying. That's why I remove it purposely. If you want to add it, you may add it, but I don't need it. Now let's go to how does it work. I think my network is not good yet. Now, the higher the time frame where you get the signal, the more you can stay in the market, or the longer you can stay in the market. The higher the time frame where you get a signal, the more you can stay in the market. Now let me teach you something. There are some strategy that you may see on YouTube, or you may see it on anywhere. Sorry, not only YouTube, you may see it anywhere. And when backtesting a strategy, they may look as if they work. I will teach you also how to backtest to see if they really work at all time or not. So, for example, what we use here, what we look for here, we look for a crossing of MACD. My MACD is the white color that you are seeing in this first window. This is my MACD, this white color. Then when MACD cross with the what is it called? The stochastic oscillator above 75, please. It must be above 75 or below 25. Above 75 or below 25, please. Then we can enter the trade. If it happens above 25, if the crossing happens above 25, we can take a sell trade until the stochastic oscillator hits level 50. Level 50 will be our TP. You can see that's why I wrote it at level 50 here, TP. So when the stochastic oscillator hits 50 at any point, whether you are buying, whether you are selling, you can come out of the trade, except you have any other yardstick on which you base your trade. Actually, trading is not based only on indicator, is far beyond indicator alone, but this combination of these indicators really work very well. In my next video, we'll be talking of how to use price action. We may be talking of trading through naked charts, not only relying on or indicator as well. You can also be an indicator of yourself, of your trade. So we'll be working on that one as well, but this one is very, very helpful as well. Now, so we have now this is how to backtest whether there is a crossing, because there are sometimes I can show you that, see, look at the crossing here, you enter the trade and you sell. I can tell you that I sell from this place to this place. No, this is how to backtest to see whether it works. You can see that there is a crossing on that 75 here, and we are looking for either on or above 75 to sell. Now you now bring this thing, you bring it down here. You know, this is where my trade end. If you look at, let me slide back. I so that you can see my own. This is where my trade end. I left this space. I left the space here so that I can see what's going on behind. Now, I think you can see. Now, if you want to know whether this crossing really happened above 75 or any other strategy that you say, you want to know whether the crossing really happened where it is, you need to shift that your chart to the end here, extreme. This is my end here, to see whether it's really crossed above or wherever you think that the crossing is. You can see that when I shifted it, the crossing is no longer above 75, which means that what you are seeing from here is not correct. You are seeing it as if it's crossed above 75 here, but though we don't base our strategy on backtesting. We don't base it on backtesting. You can see the trades are really moving well. Okay, this one is already back to red. So we have our stop loss and our take profits. Now here you can stay in trade for a very long time. How do you use them? Now, you look for two things together. You may not see the third one, but I will still explain the third one. When you see the third one, you know that you are having a sniper entry. You are in a very good trade. You can be rest assured that the trade is going to the direction you say it's going. But I'll give you the first two first. Now, okay, so I used to see questions like which zoom level am I using, which zoom level. For this one, you can see this is my lowest zoom level. So I have one, then I have one. I have, you just zoom it to the lowest first, then you have one, then you have two. I think you can see it now. Okay, you have one, then you have two. So you stay like that. That's the second or third zoom level, whatever you want to call it. But you can see from the lowest, you zoom it first time, then the second time, then the second time you stop. Now, you look for two things. The first thing is a crossing below 25 at this point. This one happened on that 25. Now the next thing you now go and look for is your TDI. Your TDI at that time. If the green line is crossing the lower bound, the lower Bollinger Band, that's this blue line here. If the green line is crossing it, then it's also a very good signal. Not only that, this blue line must be below 32 at that time. Must have gone below 32 before the crossing will occur. Then you can enter a buy. And how do you take your profit? When your when your stochastic oscillator hits level 50, you take your profit. But in boom and crash, this is boom and crash. I will tell you how to calculate the pips if you don't want to be checking your trades often and often to see when the stochastic oscillator will hit the level 50. There's something you can do. If you get the signal on higher time frame, let's say you get the signal on 1 hour, for example, you get a signal on very good. The signal even occur on 1 hour here. Look at it. Let's shift it whether it really occur. Good. It really occur. We shifted it to my extreme end. You can see where the signal occur here. Then another one, TDI has shown us since. It has shown us this crossing since. So you can use this TDI to enter the trade. Then when this one also cross, it will tell you that wow, you are in a very good position to trade. And another thing, let me give you the third thing here, because I think the three criteria are met in this place. Now the third criteria is your RSI 14. You can see my RSI 14 is this blue. Actually, I'm supposed to split this video into 2 or 3, but I don't want to be wasting your data. I used to pity people. You are looking for how to earn money, you still be wasting your data. I don't want you to be wasting your data coming to watch video every time, telling you coming soon, and be anticipating. That's why I bring the 3 together in this one video, so that at least when the 3 are met, you can be rest assured that you are in a very good trade. Now, what do you look for? You look for when your RSI hits level 25 as well. You can see your RSI is this blue color. Your RSI is this blue color, this sky blue. You can see at this point, it also hits level 25 at this point. It hit the level 25. Not only when it hits, then when it starts curving back up, because sometimes it may hit it and still come down. So when it hits and come down, you wait for when it will curve back up. Now here it has curved back up here, and not only that, that's the first signal. The second signal is your green, that's moving average 2, which is the green. It's already crossing the blue lower Bollinger Band below 32 level. Now not only that, it's also crossing the red as well, that's moving average 7 as well, in that same position below 32, on 32 level of RSI. Then it's telling you that it's a very good signal to buy. Now when you buy, what do you look for? And don't forget, I show you in my last video, I think, I was buying boom and was selling crash. Now this is boom as well, boom that we're supposed to be selling. Normally it used to come down. Now this is how to catch spike for long. For those of you that have been asking how to catch spike for long, please take note of this very well. Look at this. Let me show you again. This is the first indicator. This is the first thing here. You can see the crossing here. That's the first thing. The second thing, you can see the RSI line touching the 25, telling you it is already oversold. We need to buy. After that, you can see my MACD crossing the stochastic oscillator on 15. That's below 25. That's another very good signal. Now, this is 1 hour time frame. How do you take your profit in 1 hour time frame? You can, if this kind of situation, if this kind of condition is met, you can take as many as 80 pips if you see this kind of thing on 1 hour time frame. Let's see how long this thing goes. Let's say the first crossing happen here. Okay, it's okay, these two things happen at the same time. So let's say we enter our trade in this particular point, 7980, and we say we want to catch 80 pips. That will be 8086. Now you can see this will have been our TP point. Where is it? 8086. can see it here, 8086. So you can catch as many as, when you see this kind of thing on 1 hour time frame, you can catch as many as 80 pips, or otherwise, you may, if you want to be looking your charts almost every minute, you will take profit when your stochastic oscillator hits level 50 here. So meaning you are taking profit around, it's almost the same place though, around 80, 77, it's almost the same thing. It's almost the same thing. Now, when you get this kind of signal on a 4 hour, when all the three conditions are met on 4 hour, on 4 hour time frame, when those three conditions are met, you can take as many as close to 200 pips. You can stay very long comfortably on the trade. I will show you something like that. I think we have a running trade like that, which will not end today, not tomorrow. Even if you see this video today, you can also join the trade. That I will show you later. Now, if you see it on 4 hours time frame, you can take as many as 200 pips if the three conditions I showed you is met on 4 hours. But if it is met on 30 minutes, you can take at least that 30 pips. At least you can take 30 pips, but I do take up to 50 pips if it is met on on 30-minute time frame. I can take up to 50 pips. Now let's look at this one. This one is only two of the conditions that are met, which is also good. I use the two conditions as well. Now look at the crossing here. Okay, sorry, this is not my zoom level. Yeah, look at the crossing here. It's a very good place that this MACD cross the stochastic oscillator here. Yes, because in my Telegram group I gave a signal. There was a spike. Somebody was asking me, there was a spike already on the signal that I gave, that should they hold. I told the person that no, the signal I gave, that is not something that we will be scared of spike. We are not aiming to catch 3 to 10 pips the way we used to do before, but we are aiming to catch about 100 pips. You don't expect 100 pips to just come without a spike. There must be a spike now. Market is not a one-way direction. It will go up, it will come down. So the coming down or going up is a spike of that one against the normal trend. So there must be a spike. When you are trading this, you don't get afraid when there's a spike. Spike must come, because you are not trading 2 pips, you are not trading 10 pips, you are not even trading 20 pips. You are trading at least, you can trade 20 pips. If you get it on 15-minute time frame, you can take about 20 to 25 pips. If it's on 30 minutes, as this one is now, this one is normal boom selling. You are selling the boom now. Spike must occur in this one. Now you can see there was a crossing here, and also the TDI as well did the same crossing here. You can see the green, which is the green line, which is what the 2 moving average, crossed the upper Bollinger Band, and also crossed the moving average 7 on that 68. That's a very good signal. Though the third signal, that's the RSI 14, did not touch the 75, but since the 2 has been met, and also it is close to that place as well, but since the 2 has been met, you take your sell from that point. And when you meet it on 30 minutes, okay, you can take at least 30 pips, but I do take 50 pips when it is gotten on 30 minutes. I do take 50 pips, but you can take at least 30 pips. If there's a spike, still hold. In fact, sometimes spike do take me to red, but once my analysis is correct, I don't get scared of spike, because I'm not taking 2 pips, I'm not taking 10 pips. I'm taking at least, I use this signal to take 20 pips at least, if it happens on 15-minute time frame. On 15-minute time frame, yes, like this one, for example, this happens on 15. You can see the 3 conditions are met here on 15-minute time frame. You can see the Bollinger Band, the green is crossing the blue above, in fact, far above 68. It's crossing the blue band of Bollinger, and the red as well, far above 68, which is a very good signal. Also look at it here as well. It was above 85 that the MACD was crossing the stochastic oscillator. The RSI also hits level 75 and went above it and coming down again. That's a very good signal for us to sell in that point. So it worked for all of the commodities. That's what it worked for. So that's what we'll be using. If you see it on higher time frame, there may be drawdown at the beginning, but you don't get scared of the drawdown. you don't get scared of the drawdown. So you just take your trade and get out of the system, and that's how it works. If you have any question, you can drop it. When you drop it, I will see to those questions. Thank you so much. You can also, I'll drop my Telegram link as well so that you can join the signal.